So I've been seeing this argument a lot, and when it comes to things like this, when it comes to footballers that have nostalgia, football fans tend to be a little bit, emotional and stuff. So I've been seeing this argument about, Isco being a better player than Bruno Fernandes. Like that's absolutely false. There's no version of Isco that's better than Bruno Fernandes. That's why I said, when it comes to past players, football fans are going to be very emotional. Bro, I watched Isco play ball. I watched Isco play football properly. Isco is a very beautiful player, very technical player, aesthetics player. You're going to love him when you're watching him, but there's no part of Isco that was better or that is better than Bruno Fernandes. It's not possible. See, I watched Isco play for Real Madrid very well. I watched him closely. He's that type of player. He's that street will never forget player. That's what Isco is. A street will never forget player. That type of player that, okay, everybody loves, because they watch him, he dribbles. He's not better than Bruno Fernandes. There's no way he's better than Bruno Fernandes, At Madrid, Isco was carried a lot. A lot. If you watch Isco, you will know that Isco was carried a lot at Real Madrid. There is no version of him that's better than Bruno Fernandes. No way. No way. When it comes to passing, creativity, vision, I'm not going to talk about goals now because, when we talk about goals, people are always like, oh, Isco is a midfielder. I'm not going to talk about goals. But when it comes to creativity, vision, passing, there's no version of Isco. You can talk about Isco being, a very technical player, aesthetic and all that, but